These are dinky. I like it.
Dainty?
Dinky. I'm not a savage. Thumbnail icon for when the window is open is a piece of fried chicken.
I like it.
A finger licking good dating simulator. The problem is to have the microphone in a good spot. It's gotta obscure my whole vision of the screen.
What is that?
This chat box, I'm picking up the sources, make sure it's not gonna block most of the game.
There's chicken.
I'm gonna name myself Gary. We're live. I need a second before I start reading though. Okay. I love the chicken poster first off.
Look at that poster.
Even the jewelry box is KFC themed.
Oh. Wait, man. True.
You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment.
Hate that.
What?
Sun's like doing a warm on you whenever you're sleeping.
Like you're frozen, but it's doing like a 30-second.
No, I sleep. I need it cold. And the sun starts coming in, and it's all like, rah, warmth. I'm like, no.
The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. There's chickens clucking in my ear. Oh, it's the alarm clock.
I like it. Throw the books.
Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. More like Academy for Love. Your mind begins to wonder, who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future.
It's on brand.
It's here, finally. Your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door. Who the fuck has a biscuit on standby? Mmm, delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Jesus, the whole thing is just an advertisement. Hey, good job. I really want a biscuit now. Yikes! You're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Oh my god.
You let my natural
New from the Colonel. Musk. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it.
She's cute.
Good morning, Gary.
Leaks.
Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited. A little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What's the matter?
You gave her
What?
nothing.
Are you questioning my creative decisions?
Oh, you're good.
That's what I thought. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? There's no love
Oh, she's got tears.
in my food, except for the salt from my face. Classic Miriam. Raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together in that box of chicken and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. 3 days, Gary. Semesters are 3 days long. How will they ever take roll? Sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Hashtag relatable.
Oh, she not.
Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Let's change the subject. It's hard to see Miriam like this and frankly quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you try to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer you've been hearing rumors about a dreamy, enigmatic mystery student who is enrolled at this school.
Be the colonel.
Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now, what about this mystery student we read about on the school message board? Any new deeds? Ah, get this.
What is wrong with her hand?
I heard his name is Harlan.
He has, it
And
looks like
he's
an
no
octopus.
ordinary student. Stop when I'm talking.
Look at her hand. It looks like an octopus.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's no ordinary student. Wiggle, wiggle. They say he has powers. He's had them ever since he was born. From an egg. Oh, broke character, hold it. Since he was born from an egg. We gonna fuck that chicken.
Randy. No.
I mean, date that chicken.
Oh no.
An egg? Like a chicken?
Why is she crying about this?
Don't be ridiculous.
She needs to calm down.
But the thing about having powers, it would line up with some of the other rumors I've heard. Like, I heard he once fought a bear with just his smile. You both sigh, thinking about a student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreamy. Like KFC's new mashed potatoes, gravy. Dreamy. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. The nerve. Hi!
Oh my god.
It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, didn't see you there, chicken shins. What the hell does that mean?
What does that even mean?
What's a
Do
chicken
chickens
shin?
have shins?
I don't know.
I thought it was just leg and then stick of toes.
Like a
Like
weird
they have
witch
like
spell.
little Blair Witch toes.
Two of newt and stick of toes. You leave Gary's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Ugh. Ugh. You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Oh my god, I'm here for that. Don't add a little E on there, making it all fancy. Your name is Dirt. If anyone here knows what perfect Shen looks like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man Man. Van the Man Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie though, they're rocking glutes. Van. Oh, sorry, Van. You rang. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. They made a JoJo character.
I love it.
I can't believe the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. Wiggle. With the first day of school about to start, it's just not time to properly tell these two off. So you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. What the fuck is that thing? As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Missing a button. And he farted. What kind of voice was it?
Looks like a little kid.
Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you! I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. So that means his dad's name is Bob. Bob and Van. Hi, Pop. I'm Gary. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? No. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is that just me, or is he kind of a cow? I think that's just you. Both shrugged your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Who is this? Is that the current CEO?
Is it?
Can you look up this? Hold on. CEO of KFC.
Chicken.
I mean, it looks like some of these guys, but none like specifically.
That's one of the game.
Anyway. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves regret that. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable.
That's not hygienic. Name is Sprinkles.
No, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup? And why is he in her culinary class? You must be Sprinkles! LSP there.
Yeah, he got a little. That's what I was wondering about earlier, but I didn't.
You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL.
Axel.
Axel. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor. This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. He literally had his nose buried in his ass earlier. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly, someone close the window! And then the window closed. Thanks, Alexa. He walks in.
Look at those cheekbones that can cut glass.
Those cold, dead eyes.
There's the Colonel.
He walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! It's Chicken Boy! If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. What voice does the Colonel have?
A really deep hiss.
Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders.
You sound like Kronk. And I love it.
A hush murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a Lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Embellished a little.
Great at it.
You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy, howdy. This classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please, use my handkerchief. Freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you? About how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? Take the handkerchief. Any human contact is human contact.
Oh God.
You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful. You hesitate to press it to your face. But when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled.
Why does he smell like chicken naturally?
He was born from an egg. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends, past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. The holy hell is this?
Robot? Maybe? He looks like a robot.
Hi guys, sorry I am late. I hope everything had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Oh, he's cute when he's mad. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance.
Oh!
Damn it, I already used a robot voice!
It's a Beemo! It's a kitchen Beemo!
Bzz, whir. The class busts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Chicken snack, obviously. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite.
Aww.
Well, 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 well. I think there might be some competition for a new star student. Furry Professor immediately devours the snack, leaving her hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see other students eyeing you jealously. Pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times.
Oh.
There's a chicken in the podium.
Oh, there is.
Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite treats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Oh, seats. Whoops. Only 2 options remain. I got it! Sit still here. It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me. If, you're interested. 2 good options, but which will you choose? Leave the best friend. Go with Colonel. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can, and do it the best you can. The only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something.
What did that have to do with?
It doesn't. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz.
Pop quiz, if you.
Yay, a quiz about me! This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. Oh god. If train A is traveling to point B, and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. Horse is to tree as chicken is to... What? My vision goggles. That's wrong! What's the most efficient eating utensil ever created? It's a spork. What food is best for a broken heart? Animal meat? Jesus. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy?
Aww.
He is a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right. Ignore my poster of Ben Shapiro.
Alright.
because that dude needs to get punched.
Not wrong.
Your total score is 4 out of 5. Only one wrong, not too shabby. You might just do all right, kid. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He nods with approval. You're not a dum-dum. Not yet. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Stewart Cafeteria, established 2015. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Did it smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Crazy bread. Crazy bread. I'm cockeyed for Cuckoo Puffs. I'm cockeyed for Cuckoo Puffs. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, I was... It's about lunch. Everyone cheers! But I... Shush! I don't know how to shush in that voice. Shush. But I... Please. Lunch! She said shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled! Indeed. That smell? You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a huge bucket of chicken over his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm inside. Warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket? Chicken? What a novel concept! Has no one done this? Is he the first? Is he pioneering bucket chicken technology? You going to sleep?
Yeah.
Alright.
I love you.
Love you.
Tell me how this goes tomorrow, okay?
Just watch it.
Love you.
Love you.
You're a good bean.
Thanks, appreciate it. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. Hey, shut the door. Haha. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw! Nah, my dude, nah. I'm, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison! Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. Take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. What do I do? Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim toward the light. Somewhere up ahead, a bright light beckons you. The flavors are so intense you become wrapped up in them. Unable to resist, you reach toward the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer. Closer. Until your fingertip connects with the end of everything. You are forever lost in the land of tender, fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no Gary now. There is only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Game over. Ha! Ha ha ha! Oh man. Oh my god. We did it. We made it through, I guess, the worst possible ending. That's the best intro ever. We gotta try again though. I really want some chicken. Alright. A scruffy looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Springles, head instructor and CEO of USCAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? It's the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as swirls of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom.
I'm chilling. Someone please close the window.
And then, he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. That's him, that's... If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a Lot. Maybe you... Hold on. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. 1 second. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy, howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please, use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look? Oh, you're completely mortified? This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? Take the handkerchief. You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful, you hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down, then set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? Oh, sorry. You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referring to, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts into laughter. Ha ha! Oh, Clank! Oh, Clank, you rascal! Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. I've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Chicken snack. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well, well, well. I think there might be some competition for new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey guy, this seat's still here? It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me. If you're interested. Go with best friend this time. You move to take your seat by Miriam. I'm so glad you have to be near me to support you through this class. Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel Sanders? He's such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have got to know him a little better. I never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say. But now that Miriam mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. As soon as you settle into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz.
Hey, your quiz about me!
This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp.
and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking?
Extremely. Looking at you, Bob.
That's right. Forest is to tree, as chicken is to feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created?
It's a spork.
That's right. What food is best for a broken heart?
Anything that is prepared with love and not too much salt.
That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy?
He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy.
That's also right. Your total score is... Wow, be honest, did you cheat?
You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity, Gary! You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance.
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch.
Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. This, smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, I was... It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But I... Shh!
Lunch, lunch, lunch!
She said shh. In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed. That smell? You hold your breath, waiting to see what food the mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. Give me 1 second. Okay.
But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid recipe, old man? Pshaw. Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case one of these ingredients is, poison. Ha! Got him.
He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself.
Oh, please. Well, Van the Man, if you don't want any.
I'll take his.
Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it.
He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed.
Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in.
You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of the bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly.
Trying to identify the flavors.
You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt, maybe? Pepper? It's too obvious. Oregano? Basil? Maybe, but there's something else. Something dark. Something spicy. You dig deeper, deeper, deeper. Yes, even deeper still, until you find it. Could it be blank? You really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use blank. You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second.
Anything for a fellow chef.
What exactly was on that chicken?
How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. It's no big deal.
It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade.
What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We got two more whole days to get to know each other.
He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
You've got moxie, I'll give you that.
Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers.
Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use blank. It's something my great-grandmother taught me.
Blank. Wow, you never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And blank definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before. So now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe. But you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad.
Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated.
It sounds like you have big plans.
I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea. Be modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex, but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery was perfect. I appreciate that compliment, Gary. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place, it's magnificent! Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature. Adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is? Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Would it be my partner? Aww. Sure, Gary. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner.
Beep boop. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay, I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. More. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Tesho, I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest for your partner? Colonel Sanders? All those mashed potatoes. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes? And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners, mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off of my man. I'll bet you did not. This will call for me. No, geez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Gary's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Gary was struggling, so we offered to give him a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha ha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick, if that just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Gary as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Gary's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already pushed the boiling potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand, holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment of all that madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. You love something. Set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van Van, do something! Do something! Scoop it up a fingerful. Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and a gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold it right there, Gary. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expected better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat from wherever it lands.
Can I have potato faces?
Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand.
Mashed potatoes and gravy, pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed, and maybe returned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. That tastes like poison.
The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds.
I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. Dark, and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know. They're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Gary? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. But today, after killing that small boy with my poisoned octopus, I have other doubts. And never day since. I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you. Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. Oh god, what the hell? I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting my guard down and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see? Is this rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss the syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence! What will you do? Attack! You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love! Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. The attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. It's in your eye. You take 1 damage. Attack. You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. The Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. What will you respond? Attack. You go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. At this rate, the monster will smash probably before this fight is. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensel. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Defend. Trepidation. You curl into a ball. I'm not cut up for this. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile, damn. Vile villain. Your reign of terror stops here. I can't, that one's hard.
Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. It's Legend of Zelda! Pot Pie Power Pitch! Pot Pie Power Pitch does 10 damage. The Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Spare this wretched beast. You managed to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure... Oh, that's a cool picture. There's that student he killed. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories? Or were they premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used blank. And then, there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with the encounter with the Spork Monster. She launches into a story of her own. I think I might like Clank.